Thousands of public schools across the country have purchased curriculum-based videos that were produced by the wife of California's governor. That's according to an Open the Books investigation, the nonprofit founded by Mrs. Newsom. The Representation Project has 4 documentary-style films for sale that feature pornographic images, promote gender ideology, and teach certain children to feel shame for their immutable characteristics. The video also features the governor himself depicted in a heroic light. Joining me now is the founder and CEO of Open the Books, Andrzejewski. Adam, good to have you. Thanks for being here.
Well, thanks for having me on, Alicia. It's great to be here.
Yes, great work, first of all. As I understand it, your investigation found that about 5,000 public schools across the country have paid licensing fees to show these Newsom-produced videos in classrooms. So that means some 2.6 million students have been taught that California governor's political philosophy, his left-wing ideology, is what their opinions should be as well. That's certainly what it appears through this investigation. How is this okay? Is that what you found as well?
Well, it's not okay, and it's a very large footprint across the entire country. So here's what we found. We found a sophisticated and elaborate scheme to use taxpayer dollars through the governor's wife's film nonprofit to push radical ideologies through thousands of our public schools, promote her husband as governor, Gavin, and all of this, they're profiting personally to the tune of millions of dollars. They've literally gamed the system for personal gain and for political advancement.
You know, we're going to follow the money a little bit later because I have the graph that you produced in your article. We'll show viewers in just a moment. But first, I want to get to some of the video. I saw some content that was shown to middle schoolers. There were blurred out porn images, too graphic for us to air here. And the point seemed to be to push gender justice on kids. Are parents consenting to all of this?
Well, I don't think parents know what's being taught to their children. 2 of these films could best be described as Mrs. Newsom creating a pipeline to porn in the public schools. What you just described is being shown to 11-year-olds and includes animated upside down strippers. The content to the 15-year-olds is particularly disgusting. And Alicia, your show is a family show, and the details are very ugly. If people want to see those details and steal your spine, go to openthebooks.com, read our entire report, and click through to all the different images. Viewer discretion is advised. Here's just a sample of what you'll find being shown to the 15-year-olds who are captive in the classroom. You've got naked women or nearly naked women being slapped, handcuffed, and brutalized in still images from pornographic videos. And that, if that weren't disgusting enough, you've also got the website addresses for the internet porn sites listed next to the images. So this provides a roadmap to the students when they leave the classroom for future exploration.
This is something a kid that young shouldn't have at the forefront of their mind, which these videos do. It puts the idea in their head. Not only that, but the website as well. Sickening that parents don't even know about this. I understand there's also a lesson teaching kids as young as kindergarten that their biological sex at birth is not necessarily what their gender is. And a lesson teaching kids that if they fall into certain categories, then they're privileged and they should feel bad and ashamed about it. There is a difference between indoctrination and education. So where do all these videos fall?
So first off, on the gender identity, look, there's 2 genders, but kids as young as kindergarten through 5th grade are being taught that gender is fluid. It's an expression. It exists on a continuum, and there's as many genders as there are people in the world, 8 billion. And it's false because there's 2 genders. You know, in terms of privilege, this is a Marxist philosophy, critical race theory, running through this curriculum. They ask 3 questions to see if you're privileged. If you were born in America, if you're white, and if you're a male who thinks he is a male. If you answer yes to those questions, you're privileged. Everybody else is oppressed. And they're setting up, they're dividing the classrooms based on the oppressors and the privilege, and the oppression is built on your privilege.
Yeah, they also quote journalists saying that exact phrase you just mentioned. This took a lot of work. You followed the money. We have a graphic we want to show that you made. What did you find?
Well, the Newsoms are quadruple dipping taxpayer dollars. Governor Gavin Newsom solicited up to 1,000 state vendors for campaign cash. His wife, Jennifer Siebel Newsom, did the same. She solicited state vendors for gifts to her nonprofit. That pays for a lot of the operation costs for the nonprofit. They create films. They're licensed to the public schools. The schools use our tax dollars to deliver the fees and royalties to license those films. But Jennifer Newsom gets another bite at the apple because she has a for-profit film production company. So the nonprofit has paid that entity $1.6 million over the course of the last decade. From her nonprofit, she's also received $1.5 million worth of salary. Alicia, do the math. That's $3 million. Then the films star the governor as the hero. It's quadruple dipping.
I reached out to the Representation Project last week. Never heard back. Have you received any responses?
We've been reaching out for months, and we have heard nothing. We reached out to the governor's office as well for requests for comment for months, and we have heard nothing.
The American people should know. They need some answers, because this is not just happening in California. As you said, it's across the country. Open the Book CEO and founder Adam Andrzejewski, appreciate your time today. Thank you.